This is Pam Smith with Farm Journal Magazine. I'm here with David Wright, and David and I have been talking about soybean rust. David, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us your title.
Good morning, Pam. I'm David Wright, Director of Research with the North Central Soybean Research Program, and we are a commodity-based program that invests money into research around the United States to improve yield on soybean.
What I was asking you is, was rust a bust? So many farmers have said to me, it just didn't show up. And can you talk about that a little bit? You're in the heartland. What happened?
Certainly rust was not a bust. Rust may not have caused significant yield loss in the major soybean producing states, but it has caused economic loss and yield loss in southern states. And we've learned a lot about rust over the years, and we've really gone from a point of knowing nothing about it to today we know how to manage it. We know its biology, and so we no longer have the fear over soybean rust that we once did.
You were talking also that we are actually seeing it show up a little bit earlier and in maybe some more concentrations.
Absolutely. We believe the spore load is building because each year, since it was discovered in 2004, it's showing up earlier and earlier in the year, which means the spore load is building. Does that mean that our Midwest states are absolutely at threat today? Absolutely not. But what it does mean is that the pathogen is taking a foothold in the United States, and it continues to be a threat not only for southern soybean producers, but our northern producers as well.
So the Sentinel system that we've depended on in the past years, it's changed a little bit this year. We'll still have those in the South, is that true?
Absolutely. Our Sentinel plot system has transitioned from being a system that is monitored throughout the United States to a system that is more focused on the immediate threat. And so our Sentinel plots are in the southern tier of states, but that doesn't mean that the northern states are being ignored. We're using those as an alert tool, and as the threat emerges, we will have other measures to put in place to monitor its movement into the northern soybean producing states and make sure that we notify those producers in time that they can take remediation measures.
Did we, as an invasive species, rust was pretty instructional, wasn't it? We really learned a lot about how to attack a foreign threat coming on our shores.
We certainly did. In the last decade, we've had two invasive species that has threatened our U.S. soybean production system. Soybean rust was one, the other one was the soybean aphid. And through both of those threats, we have learned how to respond to such threats. The model is in place, and as you can see, because we've not had a real major problem in the northern producing states from soybean rust, the model has been effective in how to respond to those threats.
All right, thanks, David.